Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Burner Account. We got our show, The Pick Six. This week's episode is brought to you by local charity Pumas for Parolees. For just $30 a month, you can help your local felon run from the fuzz at least 1 mile per hour faster. Now to our host, the Dog Pound's unofficial spokesman, Meech. What's happening, Meech?
What up? Don't ever disrespect me like that, bruh. Don't ever disrespect me. I ain't no Dog Pound, unofficial, nothing. Woo! Welcome back, y'all. Last week, I know y'all saw the police behind me, bro. They tried to get me, but they can't keep a real nigga down, bro. I'm back, baby. I'm back. You can catch me at your neighborhood car wash. You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, let me know. All right. All right. We got a good show for y'all this week. Got the usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? Got super producer Sugar Bear Atkins.
Yeah, and I'm not high yet.
Alrighty, got my man Clutch Holmes. Santa Clausing it up. Tis the season.
Merry Christmas.
And always, you know what I'm saying? Got our caller on the phone, Mr. International, Ryan Mitch. What up?
What's up? I hope y'all got y'all cups full.
Yeah, thank you for showing everybody your phone, Suge, because I hope it get hacked.
Not worried at all.
He just showed your number to the world, Ryan. So if you get any strange calls, blame Sugar Bear Atkins. All right.
Number's not displayed, but okay.
All right. Hey, last week, man, that was a crazy week. Everybody was bumbling, stumbling. I think nine wins got you the dub, and it came all the way down to the tiebreaker. But congratulations to my man Rye Yin, not Rye Guy, Rye In, for winning last week's picks. Shout out to my man Ryan though, coming in the clutch at the end. All right, let's jump into it, man. We got to me personally, we got some good back end games. You know what I'm saying? A couple of these is snoozers, but let's roll on through it. Let's get this started, all right?
Yeah.
We're going to start off. We got the Texans taking on the Jets, and that's tonight at 4:30 p.m. Who you got, Mike?
Oh, man, I think this is going to be an easy pick. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Texans. I don't really trust anything that the Jets is doing right now. I think they fired somebody, didn't they? And I'm pretty sure the head coach is on the hot seat. So I'm going to go with the Texans.
All righty, my man Ryan.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Texans too on this one. I just don't trust the Jets. One of those teams are just waiting for the draft.
I definitely agree. Shug, what you think?
I'm going to agree with Ryan. Even though the Jets is at home and they play a little bit well at home, even though the record doesn't reflect it, I'm going to take Houston, look for Nuke to have a big game again.
All right, I'm going to take Houston as well. What's understood ain't got to be explained. Moving on, you know what I'm saying? The reason for the attire I got on right now, you know what I'm saying? Got to rep the Cleveland, support the home team. We got them Cleveland Browns traveling out to Denver Broncos, taking them on tonight, Saturday, 8:20 p.m. Who you got, Mike?
Actually, I'm going to go with Cleveland. I know Denver has a good defense, and, they say with the weather out there that, being at the high intensity is hard to breathe, but I think the Browns stuff it out, and they'll get the win.
So the weather outside is frightful?
I guess you can say that.
All right, Ryan, who you got, bro?
That is not Pittsburgh. I will throw my terrible towel at that joke.
So I was really on the fence about this one, man. I woke up today and I said, you know what? I'm gonna roll with the Browns until I saw Kobe Bryant. Word from a dude that caught his biggest L in Denver. I'm overcome Kobe's words of wisdom.
So, Ryan, you taking the Broncos?
All right, I think I'm gonna take the Broncos too, man. I wanted to take Cleveland, even though uh, Kobe came and spoke to him, and that's even though I'm a Kobe fan, man. That's usually not a good idea. What is how are you asking Kobe Bryant to give you advice on how to play football? But yeah, I'm gonna take Denver at home here. I actually like the Cleveland defense versus Denver's offense. Denzel Ward been having a great year, but I'll take Denver at home in Mile High Stadium versus a mediocre Cleveland team.
Right. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all see the hat, y'all see the scarf, y'all see the hoodie, and I'm gonna go ahead and take them Denver Broncos, baby. Look for the Denver Broncos to run all over these motherfuckers tonight, bro. It is about to be probably about 24-17. Baker Mayfield probably throw 2 picks, 1 touchdown, and everybody be screaming for him to get MVP. That's how it goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Denver Broncos. Never mind the hat and all the flash right here. You know what I'm saying? All righty, moving on. We got the Arizona Cardinals at those Atlanta Falcons.
Oh man, I think this is going to be one that I'm safe to say I can pick the Falcons and trust that they're going to get the win.
Yeah, I'm definitely go ahead and pick the Falcons on this one. I think I said a couple weeks ago I'm not picking Arizona for the rest of the season, and I'm sticking with that. Maybe want to change my mind now.
All right, I'm gonna take Atlanta too. Look for Julio to get it started. My man been on the road catching touchdowns now, like he ain't never caught him before.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Falcons too. They out of contention, so all the pressure is off, and they can finally do whatever. Cause all of them fold. Atlanta Falcons is full of choke artists, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them on this day. Alrighty, got the Detroit Lions at those Buffalo Bills.
Oh man, that's gonna be a tight game, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the Detroit Lions. I've been going Matthew Stafford for a while, thinking that he was gonna show up and do what Matty does best, and he hasn't. So against the Bills, I think he has a chance to go ahead and sling the rock, give you about 300 yards in the dub.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Detroit Lions as well on this one. I just don't see. I don't see much promise in either team, but I just pretty much figure that Detroit's the better of the worst. So that's really my only reason for picking them right now.
Yeah, Buffalo is actually a 2.5 point favorite here at home, but I do not see Buffalo winning. I do not like the Detroit Lions at all. I know Mike said what Matt Stafford does best, and what Matt Stafford does best is look mediocre. But I think it'll be enough for him to beat the Buffalo Bills today. I think their defense is actually probably going to make some plays. So I'll take Detroit probably by about 3 points.
I'm taking Detroit too. Only reason because the Detroit Lions tweeted out, Matt Stafford for MVP. It was already a foolish claim, but I think that actually put more pressure on Matthew to come out and show why he's even a decent quarterback in the NFL. So I expect him to have a big game. Look for him to run it up on those Buffalo Bills. So I'm taking the Bills as well. Let's go to a game that I know Ryan can't wait to pick, but let's start with Mike. We got the Packers taking on the Chicago Bears in Chi-Town, baby.
Yeah, with this one, I'm gonna go ahead and I haven't been respecting their defense or the team, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them a try. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears. They proved me wrong last week. I'm gonna put a little faith in them.
Yeah, Chicago definitely has a good defense, and they had a nice performance last week. But it's all fool's gold. They're all not going to be able to get the job done. Aaron Rodgers will march right in the Soldier Field and get that dub. So for about 300 yards, 2 touchdowns,
Man, that's my man, 100 grand, Ryan. But I'm gonna have to disagree. I think this is gonna be a bad game for A Rod. And not even probably statistic wise. I think he might put up some good statistics, but I think he's gonna get frustrated the whole game. Chicago got him. Look what they did to the last couple of quarterbacks, Jared Goff. I mean, it's their defense have been shutting down most of the offenses that they playing. I think they only been like scored on more than 30 points like once or twice. Green Bay doesn't have the defense to stop Chicago's offense, regardless of whether or not you trust them or not. They have players at every skill position that can get it done. Their running back combination is probably going to be the thing that does Green Bay in. So I got Chicago by probably 7 points, probably a little bit more, maybe 9, 10.
All right, so you taking the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. I'm going with the Pack. I look for them to run the table and still miss the playoffs. This is the show. This is the Aaron Rodgers show now. He's trying to show up Mike McCarthy and show that he was the reason that it was holding the team back. So I look for him to definitely win out the rest of the season. And this is the second step of that. So I'm taking the Packers in Chicago. All right. Now, this one is a tricky one, guys. It's definitely a snoozer. But don't let it trip you up, though. This is one of them ones anybody literally can win this game. We got the Oakland Raiders traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals territory. Who you got, Mike?
It is a tricky one. I did at first. I had Cincinnati, and then I forgot who they picked up as the coach's assistant to the assistant and his record. And so with that being said, and then I remembered that the Raiders got the win last week, and then they fired the GM. I want to see who they fire this week after they get another win on accident. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Raiders.
Yeah, me too. You said it right. This is one of those tricky ones. Even on this show, don't quote me because tomorrow might come and I might change this pick. With Cincinnati because they are at home and Oakland's traveling, and I think it's gonna be cold. I don't know how they're gonna perform in that weather. I'm hoping they don't perform good at all. But it's really nothing else. Like, I don't have faith in Cincinnati. I'm banking on the weather to help them win this game. That's sad, but that's true.
True words spoken. Well, quick stats. The Bengals allow 30 points a game. The Raiders allow 29 points a game. But the Raiders only score 18. The Bengals score 23 a game. Those numbers are really close and probably almost mean nothing when it comes to this game. But it does show that these are two bad teams, just like Meech says. And I think it's going to come down to exactly what Ryan said, the weather. I think the weather is going to affect the passing game for David Carr. David Carr, he's probably going to throw like 3 picks. So even though Andy Dalton might throw a couple, I think that his picks is probably going to be a little bit worse. But Jared Cook is probably going to be the best player on the field, so it gives Oakland a chance. It's going to be a close game, probably 3 points or less. I'm going to give it to Cincinnati just for being at home.
All righty. Leave it to Suge to say a whole bunch of stats and say that they don't matter. That's definitely a Gerald Atkins statement. So I'm going to go with the Bengals, and I'm going to go for them for a couple reasons. I'm going with the Bengals because, like Mike said, they winning on accident. The GM got fired after they won last week, so I'm pretty sure ain't nobody trying to win this week. Everybody want their job. It's Christmas time, baby. Ain't nobody trying to be unemployed for the holiday. So I definitely look for them to lose. And also because the Bengals, their coaches and are playing for their jobs right now. Hugh Jackson definitely got to prove himself to that coaching staff, and Marvin Lewis. He definitely need to win because he's going to bring more attention to why he's still even the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's one team that's trying to win. Another one's just trying to lose. As simple as that. I'm going to go with the Bengals for sure. All right, moving on to a good one. Now, this is very interesting to me. We got those Cowboys and the Zeke, leading running back in the NFL, Mike Zeke, traveling on down to Indianapolis to take on Andrew Luck and those Colts. Who you got, Mike?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and give Dallas a chance. I've been watching them their run. I've been thinking they're gonna fall off, but they actually been doing good ever since Amari Cooper came upon the team. You know what I mean? They had that stretch for Dak, and then Zeke could do his thing on the run. And so, with that being said, I do trust in Andrew Luck, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Dallas.
Yeah, this is actually one of the games I think is a must-watch game. Two teams that's really got a lot to play for. For me, Dallas been on a roll. I love the way Zeke has been playing. Amari Cooper, I love the way that they've been putting him and getting him involved in the offense. On the flip side, the coach, I'm not so. When the game is at home, I feel like the Cowboys are going to be able to take advantage of them, slow the game down with the running game. It's going to force Andrew Luck to pass the ball, and I expect for that defense of the Cowboys to step up like they've been doing all season, and the Cowboys get that dub.
Yes, sir.
I actually like what the Cowboys have been doing. They surprised me. More importantly, the real person that's been surprising me is Dak Prescott and how lucky he's been. But it's because of that, I think that's why they are going to lose. There's nothing wrong with Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was a dog before he came to the Cowboys. He just had a trash quarterback. He's got I won't say a trash quarterback, but he's like a middle of the pack quarterback in Dak Prescott that can run a little bit. So you always got a chance to break off routes with Dak Prescott. I think that's why he's playing well. However, I think they're going to lose to the Colts here at home because of the defense. I think defense has overachieved this year, and I think this game they get exposed, and it's going to if they score first, it's going to force Dak to have to come back, and I don't think he's capable of doing that this late in the season. So I got the Indianapolis Colts by a little bit, less than 3 points.
Cool. One thing I will agree on that analysis: Dak Prescott is the luckiest. I'm gonna censor myself. The luckiest darn quarterback in the league. I definitely agree with that. That dude is garbage. I've been watching them all season. That dude is not good. But I'm gonna take the Cowboys in this one just because they have a better roster. They have more athletic players, better players than the Colts. The only place that the Colts have a better player is at quarterback. Unfortunately, you need 10 other players on the field to win the game. So I'm going to take the Cowboys to win at least by 10. I think the first half probably close, but they pull away as the second half because Zeke just start to get off more. But shout out to my man, high school, Pierre Najee Good, playing outside linebacker for those Colts. Hopefully he have a good game, but in a losing effort. So that's it for that. All right, we got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Vikings. Kirk Cousins. What you think they're gonna do down there, Mike?
I think Kirk and is Diggs playing? Yeah. I think they go ahead and get the win. Like I said last week, the Dolphins they play real good against the Patriots. But that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Vikings to take the win on this one.
Yeah, just a couple of these games, man, I'm on the fence about. And this is one of them because the Dolphins, I'm picking the Vikings. I'm going to pick the Vikings. But the Dolphins have a lot to play for. If the Dolphins win out, they can be in the playoffs. I just feel like last week, I don't know, man, maybe they are up so high right now. I feel a letdown coming on more so than anything, not really catching that momentum. Like Mike said, they play well against New England, but a lot of people expected that. So it's going to be an interesting game. Kirk Cousins out. Man, I hate betting on him. been 2 years, man. Been fifth in the league for years, but I think the wideouts are gonna. I think they're gonna do their thing. And Miami's banged up on defense. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one. But it may change. But right now, I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, I have to agree with Ryan, man. I'm going to take the Vikings as well. But I agree Kirk Cousins has been inconsistent and it can be the reason that they lose. Miami has everything to play for, too. So this is a dangerous game for Minnesota. And I hope they ain't overlooking Miami because this could be a really bad loss for them. Miami, they're a scrappy team, even though I don't think that they're as talented as Minnesota. I'm going to take Minnesota by virtue of they're a better talented team and they're at home.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Minnesota as well. I think they lost to Buffalo earlier in the year too as well, so that's a bad loss for them as well. I look for them to win this game just on one reason. I'm pretty sure the Vikings come out to the last play. They're not gonna put Adam Thielen back there to tackle anybody, so I think that they're gonna win. So I'm gonna take Vikings at home. Yeah, Dolphins. They won their Super Bowl last week. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a letdown this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them. All right, so we all took the Vikings on that one. All righty, got a new segment coming up. Excited about this one. Got my man Shug's segment called "I Voted." Take it away.
All right. So shout out to all the registered voters in our audience today. We're going to talk about voting for the Pro Bowl. As we know, fan vote does count for a good portion of the Pro Bowl this year for the NFL. Right now, I just want to highlight a couple of top vote getters. We have Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs, 45 touchdowns, breaking the record. He's still looking to break Tom Brady's record for touchdowns in a season. And the NFC quarterback, Drew Brees, who's having an excellent season, though New Orleans has maybe regressed in the past couple of weeks. New Orleans is still a Super Bowl favorite, and it's for no other reason other than Drew Brees. Now, a couple of, I would say surprises at the running back position. The top vote getter for running back for the AFC is James Conner, rookie from Pittsburgh, taking over for Le'Veon Bell. And in the NFC, Saquon Barkley, rookie for the New York Giants. We got two rookie running backs, top vote getters. Again, this is the fans. And then I'll do the last two really important skill positions, wide receiver and tight end. We have Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs for AFC and Zach Ertz from Philadelphia from the NFC. Odell Beckham, another New York Giant, made the wide receiver cut, and Antonio Brown from Pittsburgh. Now, I will say that I don't disagree with either of the quarterback selections. Neither really of the wide receiver selections, because even though Odell, I think some wide receivers are having a better year than Odell. Odell has been having a good year under the circumstances as well. Antonio Brown always is one of the top receivers, even though he's not the best receiver right now this year statistically on his team. So I will say this. I want to pose this question to the panel. Do you guys think that it's a good thing, that it's proper that we get the best players, the players that's having the best season from the fans voting? Because, again, we got two rookies, Saquon Barkley and James Conner there. Saquon made it over Todd Gurley and Ezekiel Elliott. Again, this is just a top vote getter. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be in the Pro Bowl, but he is leading, even though he's only fourth in the league in rushing. Now, I think there was a controversy a few years ago in the NBA about fan voting, but I don't think it's ever been an issue here in the NFL. So, to clarify again, my question is, do you think that the fan voting is helping or hurting the NFL Pro Bowl?
Well, are we going in any type of order?
No, you can go, Ryan. You can go ahead and go.
I feel like it's definitely gonna help because when you're going for the fans, it's people that you want to see, and the NFL wants people to view the Pro Bowl. I mean, a Pro Bowl is not what it used to be like when we were coming up. It was more so of a bigger deal. So if you got the fans voting, obviously it's people that they want to see. So they'll at least tune in for some part. Now I don't know up, but I hope that fan voting doesn't mean that person's sorry.
Oh, okay. Mike, what you
if it means that they start, then it's a problem because there's no way in hell James Conner starting over over any. He's definitely not the best running back. I'm not saying he's having a bad year, but he's definitely not the best running back. Same with Barkley. He's not having a bad year, but he's not the best. And then with the Beckham, my lord, he's definitely not the best. I don't understand. I mean, I understand the fan vote. He's probably got the hair and shit, all that, but this is about production on the field. So they definitely have to get the players on the field who deserve it, and then they may just have to add extra slot for these fan votes, because if you go tell me James Conner is the number one running back in the AFC, we got a problem.
Really quick, Ryan, just to let you know, there are two running backs with more rushing yards than James Conner, Joe Mixon and Melvin Gordon. Mike, what you think?
Just real quick off what Ryan was saying, Odell definitely deserves it. He's only a wide receiver with 2 50-plus yard touchdown throws. Based off your question, I mean, I don't think it's a problem with the fan voting. Actually, because like Ryan was saying, the Pro Bowl ain't what it used to be, and technically, even if you went with who you probably wanted to pick, like say you did say Todd Gurley or someone like that, 9 out of 10 times they not gonna show up. Either they not gonna show up or they gonna decline the offer because nobody goes to the Pro Bowl no more.
They're paying the playoffs, right?
Well, yeah, that too. But besides, if they wasn't in the playoff, people still deny the Pro Bowl. Like you said, it's way different from the NBA. So I don't think the fan votes hurts. I actually think it helps to maybe even persuade some of these people to actually show up. Because who goes to where is that? Orlando again for the 5th year straight?
Is it Orlando again? I thought they switched it back to Hawaii.
No, it's Orlando. It's down here.
Well, you thought wrong, Gerald.
Hey, Meeks, what you doing?
I think that the fan voting is definitely a good idea to get people to watch it, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't watch the Pro Bowl. So if it's just like a Hail Mary to get people to start watching, it's a good idea. I'm even apt for them. They should give out coupons for Arby's or something for people to watch the Pro Bowl.
Oh, God.
I really don't. I mean, to be honest with you, they better off just doing a banquet and televising it and just give people awards, man. Because I really don't want to watch. I really don't want to watch 200 to 300-pound athletes go out there and play tag, bro. I'm cool. That's not my thing. Just give them awards, have a little banquet, call it a year, man. Call it a year.
What about the drone catch?
I'm gonna tell you how bad it is right now. It's so bad that they have tickets for what the hell?
My bad, sorry.
They have tickets for $30. These for $30, and I declined to go. I don't like these. I don't want to go out there and watch these people play flag football.
Right, like cool, man.
It's not what it used to be. Like it used to be a sense of pride, like represent your team, represent your conference. Now it's just like, oh, let this guy score. So, like I said, in the sense of getting people to watch, it's a positive thing. But they damn near need to just get rid of the Pro Bowl altogether, like we said, and then you just have it as when it comes to you getting into the Hall of Fame, they say, oh, he was selected to the
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually agree with y'all on that as far as Pro Bowl game. It's a different game than basketball, so it's really easy to get injured in a Pro Bowl, and I think that's why a lot of players choose not to go, whether they end up playing. I think if you don't go to playoffs, sometimes it can be a good publicity thing. And I was just looking at all the players that's above Odell Beckham, Antonio Brown. They are 12th and 13th, respectively, Brown and Odell Beckham. And receiving yards, the players ahead of them, Ken Allen, two tight ends, Travis Kelce and George Kittle, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster, Adam Thielen, Tyreek Hill, and Julio Jones. So I don't think, again, this is fan vote, so this is who people want to see in the Pro Bowl, not who's having the better season. So I agree with you guys.
Why Yao Ming got the most votes of all time history in
basketball. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
They open.
Hey, all I'm going to say is, as a fan who watched the Pro Bowl last year, nobody still shows up. Like Odell Beckham last year, he played wide receiver. Then after fourth down, he went and played safety. So there's really nobody there. He played two-way. He was a two-way player for the Pro Bowl. I don't know if it was for fun or if it was on purpose.
That's great. Hey, I think he got the top vote this year.
It's
probably so.
So they're like, y'all gotta carry both sides.
Right.
Bro, y'all used to do this when y'all played Pee Wee. Y'all doing it now too.
Right. So if I could give a tip to all my NFL players who tuning into this podcast, which I know is probably none, hey, you better start shucking and jiving and dancing on them TVs and getting on social media and acting a plum dumb fool. That's the only way you gonna get voted in, baby. The only way you gonna get voted in, baby. Fuck all that shit on the field, baby. You gotta become a household name somehow. Go get you a Kardashian or something.
Oh, the truth though. Nothing but the truth. No lies are told.
All righty. Well, thank you, Suge, for that segment. That definitely was something interesting. You know, bringing some interesting notions to the Pro Bowl, aspects to the Pro Bowl. Definitely thank you for that. Let's jump back into the rest of these picks. Let's go ahead. We got now this to me is some of the better games, minus a few, but these are some of the better games for this week. We got the Tennessee Titans traveling up to New York to take on those football giants. Ryan, what you think, baby?
Man, oh man, oh man. So this is you hit me with the tough ones, man. I'm just go with the home team.
Never heard that. He didn't even say the name.
I was trying to think of the reason why I would pick one over the other. I'm just going with the home team. I got to.
You see, honest.
You know what I'm saying? For no other reason, man. I'm just going with the home team on this one.
I got you. All right, Suge, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the home team to New York, not just because they're at home, but Tennessee, they bumbling, man. They model of inconsistency, just like New York. But I think New York's got more talent. Look for that man, Mariota, to probably only play a couple of quarters, man. I think he might try to run his way through this game, and he might be hurt. Might get hurt.
All right, Mike.
Hold on. I gotta pause this. I'm so sorry. That just made me think of it. I will never say that somebody get hurt again, man. I feel bad for Ashton Jackson. I said he was gonna get knocked out. Man. Don't wish that, Carl.
I'm just predicting, man. I'm sorry. All right. I take it back. Don't get mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and crazy right now, but as of right now,
oh man,
I'm going with the Tennessee Titans because I actually do like their defense, and as I spoke about last week, you know, I mean, Derrick Henry actually showed up for a second, and Deion Lewis is still decent for running back, so it's a nice little tandem that they do have, and the Giants, what's up? Oh. The Giants, their defense is not the greatest right now. I know they did get the win last week without Odell, but they were going against the Redskins, and Redskins do give up predominantly a lot of their yards with the run. And so Odell's not playing again this week for some reason. I don't know why, but he's not playing. And so with that, I don't know if the Giants can really hold off without him. Helping out with the offense. And, you can't really just trust into Eli, everything that he does. I know he's fighting for his spot. And like he always does, he ends up winning in the end so he can keep it. And we end up drafting the wrong person again. So I'm going to go with the Titans for this one, but don't hold me to it.
Yeah, I definitely won. I'm surprised you took them. And we all know damn well you pick the Giants every week besides 2 weeks. So that pick probably will be changing. I'll definitely be looking for that change. But me personally, I'm actually gonna take the Titans. I mean, just for the reason why. The reason why you want to know why Odell not playing? Because it's a tank, nigga. That's why. It's a goddamn tank. If you trying to lose, why would you keep playing your star players? So Odell definitely is not gonna be playing for the rest of the season. I doubt it. He might make He might make one more appearance just to stay in shape, just to show that he good. Might throw a couple more passes. He might play quarterback one quarter or something. That's about it. So I'm going with the Tennessee Titans just because your boy Henry looked like a goddamn beast last week, running over whole teams, running 90-yard touchdowns, 50-yard touchdowns. I definitely look for him to do more of the same. So I'm just more interested in the running back battle in this game. That's what I said. That's some of these games are gonna be better. I'm looking for the running back games. It's definitely gonna be a great show to watch in this game between the running backs. All right, moving on. We got those Redskins traveling down to Florida, taking on them Jags. Who you got, Ryan?
I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars on this one. I just feel like the defense. I'm banking on the defense to step up big. I expect it to be very, very low scoring, and the Jags have a better running game. My opinion overall. So I'm gonna go with them to hold off and get the dub at home.
This is a tale of two teams who have quarterback question marks like none other. Jacksonville just gave a contract to Blake Bortles and then benched him this year. Washington just gave him a contract to Alex Smith. For what reason? I don't know why, but he's got injured as well as his backup Colt McCoy, which forced Washington to go to Mark Sanchez and now on to Josh Johnson, who hadn't played in about 4 years. So there's a lot to be desired from this game. Honestly, I want Washington to win, but I don't want to watch it because I know it's going to be crazy. So I'm going to take Washington for the sake of I want them to win. I have no idea who's going to win this game. Jacksonville should win this game at home playing against a quarterback who hasn't played in a few years. But there's a good chance they still might lose. But a low-scoring game for sure. I'm going to take Washington officially.
Yeah, based off of everything everybody just said, I actually took the Redskins. I'm not afraid to say it. So I took the Redskins because they have a better kicker. And like they said, it's going to be a low-scoring game. And so I expect Adrian Peterson to get about 5 more touches than usual. And, the kicker is going to show up and do what kickers do and hopefully put it in between the goals.
I just want to say before you pick me, based on what he just said right there, it validates me announcing the injury report for the kickers.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it doesn't. But I do. I'm glad that you felt, strengthened in that moment. I appreciate Mike for supporting you in that moment. Anywho, I'm gonna go with the Jags to win this. They're gonna win this on the field. I feel like the tensions is gonna be high because of two sorry ass teams who ain't going nowhere. I think a fist fight might happen. Seeing that Leonard Fournette out here stealing on people, and Josh Norman, you never know who he's about to fight. So I picked the Jaguars to win on the field and the off the field fight as well, because they're at home. I definitely feel like the Jags are going to win this game, and I'm going to be one more step closer to my $25 that Shug's going to owe me, which he could pay me right now, because we all know Cowboys going to end with a better record than the Redskins, but that's neither here nor there. I take the Jags to win this one. The real game in the fight game. Alrighty, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks traveling to them Baltimore Ravens. Action Jackson has been named the starter for the rest of the year. Like I said, he gonna take them to the promised land, baby. What you think about that, Ryan? And please don't jinx my guy no more. Please don't jinx my guy.
I'm picking the Ravens, man. I own one, man. Man, I said, homie, but the offensive coordinator said I'm out. But I'm gonna roll with them, man. I'm gonna roll with them. The Bucks are just too inconsistent. It's like they have offensively, they can get yards, but I don't see that really happening against Baltimore's defense. I think Baltimore is definitely gonna bring that pressure. And no matter what quarterback Tampa Bay has back there, neither one of them can handle the pressure. And I'm like I said, man, Action Jackson one, man. I look for him to have a big game. I think he'll throw for one and run for one, and lead them to victory.
For shame, though. Yeah, I agree with Ryan, man. I'm gonna take the Ravens in this game. I like them at home, especially against a turnover-prone team in Tampa Bay. But don't expect a lot of craziness to come out of Tampa Bay because I think Jameis Winston finally got it rolling towards the end of the year. So I look for him to still have a good game, but that Baltimore defense is going to show up way better than that Tampa Bay defense. And I'll give the edge to Action Jackson in this game. Baltimore.
Let's go. That's a W. That's E1.
Based off of that, with my boy James Winston, he said that last year when they was actually decent. I don't think they're going to taste another W the rest of this season. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Ravens to get the win like everybody else.
That was a good one. That was definitely a good one. Yeah, man, when your quarterback come out and say that they're too highly rated on Madden, I definitely tend to agree. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick came out and said his rating on Madden is way too high. It definitely is. And I'm going to take the Ravens for that matter. If the Buccaneers know they suck, we definitely know they suck. And that's all I got to say about that. All righty. We got them Seahawks. They've been rolling. They traveling now to San Francisco to take on them 49ers, Ryan.
Not even close. San Francisco about to get blew out this game. San Francisco don't know what they want to do. How do you have a tight end that gets 200 plus yards in the first half and he don't even touch the ball in the second half? This franchise is bottom of the barrel right now. The Seahawks are definitely rolling. They're going to roll right over the 49ers, that running game. Sierra's baby dad, he's been playing pretty well. I look for him to have a big game, but yeah, the 49ers, I just shake my head in disgust at them. When I saw this man had no touches in the second half after getting 200 plus yards in the first half, y'all don't want to win. Y'all want to win. I'm going with the Seahawks.
So
I don't blame you.
With that being said, I do want to say that the San Francisco 49ers did win last week. I think George Kittle is a superstar up and coming at the tight end position. They need a real quarterback out there to throw to them and also some receivers on the side. But having said that, that's about it that San Francisco got, really. That and the jerseys that they got on. That's probably the only thing that they got working for them. I don't like Seattle's win last week. I think that was terrible. They won based on the refs. They did play hard, but you can count on Seattle to play hard basically every week. So I don't think that was even a factor. I think they got handed a win last week. They should be able to keep that momentum and keep it rolling. Plus, they got some bulletin board material from Richard Sherman still. I look for them to win for the second time in 3 weeks against the 49ers. Like Ryan said, it's probably not even going to be close.
Yeah, I agree with what they said. You know, Carson's been having a good comeback season.
Who?
Carson.
The running back. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. But yeah, so he been having a good comeback season, and the Seahawks been doing their thing on defense and offense. So I got them to win. We just hope that they wear the highlighter green jerseys because those are my favorite. And so yeah, go Seahawks.
Yeah, turn that W upside down because I don't want to see them shits ever again. Alrighty, and I'm gonna take the Seahawks as well. Short and sweet, go Hawks. Alrighty, we got Ryan's New England Patriots traveling down to the bird. Take on them Steelers, baby. 4:25 p.m. Sunday. Who you got, Ryan?
Well, I just talked to my boy Bob, crap that is. Boy Bobby. I told him this is a big game, it's a statement game. The Patriots definitely need this game to stay ahead of the competition, and that AFC is getting closer, especially with that Chargers win and that the loss by the Chiefs. So I look for them to come out with a huge game, and then the Steelers, that inconsistency, they missing Bill right now. And I think Big Ben, he'll probably have some stats there at home, of course, but you know, Pittsburgh, I can't even remember the last time that they beat New England. Like, New England just has their number, especially in the postseason. But I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one. Shout out to my boy Bobby.
Your boy Bobby. Calling Bobby because y'all on a first name basis.
First name basis, you know.
Right. I'm gonna go with the Patriots too on the road here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, they missing Le'Veon Bell, but now they also missing James Conner now too. I know Stephen Ridley want to get back at the Patriots, but yeah, you not that type of player, Steve. So I don't think he really is going to get that much revenge. He might get a touchdown in this game because if the Steelers starting, but I think the Patriots will outwork them. I look for this to be a battle, but at the end of the day, the NFL likes the Patriots more than the Steelers, so I think that the Patriots will get the call when it's all said and done.
Yep, me too. I'd go ahead and give it to the Patriots. Definitely. They are looking for that bounce back win, and so is the Steelers. I just think that the Patriots bounce back faster than the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Patriots as well. They took a bad loss last week. Look for them to definitely come out and stump on the Steelers. They're gonna look to try to. The Steelers with no running game, I don't see them putting up much resistance. So I'm gonna take the Patriots as well. All right. For me personally, I think that's all the exciting games. Next ones, maybe y'all could talk me into watching these because I don't even want to watch them honestly. All right, we got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to play the Rams. That's the late night game, 8:20 p.m. Who you got, Ryan?
Yeah, this one, not even close. The Rams are definitely going to run this up through the air and on the ground. I don't see any type of resistance that the Eagles are going to have for them. And Wentz is out, which it really doesn't make too much of a difference if he was in, if he's out. They were still going to lose. But with that, I just don't really see them being able to produce offense at all. The Rams are going to jump on them early, and like I said, I picked the Rams to have the highest score, the most points this week. So I'm definitely rolling with the Rams.
Easy. I'm taking the Rams.
Agreed. Go Rams.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams as well. Simple and plain. All right, to finishing up, we got Monday night. We got the New Orleans Saints traveling down to Carolina to take on Fig Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
Appropriate name.
After last week, I will never pick the damn show right. Damn.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna agree. The Saints have beaten the Carolina, regardless of how Cam has been playing. The Saints have won the last 4 games versus the Panthers, including last January, 31-26. Uh, I don't think that they have an answer for Drew Brees in the passing game, and also even though the defense has been inconsistent at the Saints, the offense for Carolina has been much more inconsistent. I'm thoroughly disgusted with the whole organization. I'm not saying that Cam Newton is terrible. He's ultimately a terrible quarterback, but he's been having a terrible year. I think it got something to do with that shoulder. Look for the Saints to win by at least 2 scores.
I agree with everything Ryan said about the Panthers. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey, but I got the Saints.
Yeah, I actually picked the Saints to score the most points this week. I almost picked them to score the most points in NFL history. Honestly, I would definitely think about making that bet in Vegas right now. To be honest with you, when I look at the Panthers, I see the look of defeat from the coach all the way down to the kicker. I just think they out there just to collect checks. Honestly,
the kicker.
Look for Cam. Look for Cam Newton to step up his wardrobe now to basically get on somebody's fashion runway, somebody's magazine. Because as far as football field, that shit is gonna be done after week 16. Over with for him. Yep. So I'm definitely taking the Saints in this one. All right. So that wrap up our picks. Moving on to one of my favorite segments. We got the TD VIPs, and just because we kind of up against time right now, let's just do all sleepers. All sleepers, just one pick, just a sleeper pick. Go out on the limb this week. Gerald, no bullshit, no easy ass picks that y'all claim as sleepers. Let's actually go out on the limb, fellas, and find that one person who you think gonna make it, who everybody else might not think gonna make it. And let's start these VIPs. Let's go ahead and start with you, Shug.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Chicago, and I'm gonna go with the running back Jordan Howard.
Jordan Howard, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Mike. Who you going with?
Hello. Yeah, hold on. Oh, I got Ryan here. He was rudely interrupted.
Right.
From sure got mad. I dissed his boy. He cut me off the
line. He said don't disrespect. He said don't disrespect Killer Cam.
Oh shit! I don't know what happened.
Oh, now you don't know what happened.
My bad, right?
All right. But let's we got Mike. Hey, Mike, who your sleeper pick? Yeah, Ryan. We doing for TD VIPs. Only one pick, and it's a sleeper pick this week because we up against time. So just one pick is sleeper pick. Let's start with Shug picked Jordan Howard already. We going to Mike. Mike, what's your sleeper pick?
My sleeper pick is going to be Willie Snead.
Who you play for now?
The Ravens.
Okay. That's actually a good sleeper. I don't know if Jordan Howard is a real sleeper, but I guess Suge don't want to actually take a gamble. All right, Ryan, since we got you back on the line, fresh off hiatus because Suge got salty and cut you off, who your sleeper pick for this week, bro?
My sleeper pick for this week, I'm gonna roll with Adam Jones.
Adam Jones from the Packers? Who?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, from the Packers?
Yeah.
All right. And for mine, I'm going to go with my man, since I got I'm going to go with my man Higgins, baby. My man Hollywood Higgins. He gonna make it to the end zone before Landry, before Chubb, before even Baker Mayfield runs some bullshit. My man Hollywood Higgins gonna be up in that VIP up in Denver, baby. So that's who I'm rolling with. That's our TD VIPs for this week. You know what I'm saying? We pick sleepers, but don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them. They're gonna be in the end zone. All right, guys. Just a quick recap running down the picks. Alrighty. We all like the Texans to beat the Jets. Me, Suge, and Ryan like the Broncos over the Browns. Mike is taking Baker Mayfield and those Browns. We all like the Falcons to take the Cardinals and stomp them like most teams do the Cardinals. We all like Detroit over the Bills. We got a split. We got me and Ryan taking the Packers, and then Mike and Suge are taking the Bears. In the Raiders game, Ryan, Suge, and I like the Bengals. Mike likes the Raiders. You already know I'm going with the Cowboys. Me, Ryan, and Mike think the Cowboys are going to beat the Colts. Suge is on that Andrew Luck bandwagon. All right. We all like the Vikings to go ahead and beat the Dolphins after they Super Bowl win last week. Moving on to the Titans. Me and Mike like the Titans in the game versus the Giants. We got Ryan and Suge voting for the Giants, but we all know that Mike will be changing his pick tomorrow, so be looking out for that. All right, we all split on the Redskins versus the Jags. Ryan and I think the Jags are going to take it. Mike and Suge are taking the Redskins. We all like the Seahawks to beat the 49ers. We all like the Patriots to beat the Steelers. We all like the Rams to beat the Eagles. And then on Monday night, we all like the Saints to go ahead and blow the hell out of the Panthers. Yep. So that is the recap. Alrighty, and just think about the overall. Yeah, all right. Thanks for that reminder. That reminder from Thank you for that reminder, Clutch. But I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to Tate, man. I know you out there coaching and doing your thing, but I'm not saying your picks, bro. Fuck you. You couldn't be here. Fuck you and them picks. So Mike tried to look out for you, bro. But I'm saying no. Fuck you. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't be on the show, but you on the chat. Fuck you, and fuck you. All right. So, but overall leaders, alrighty, you already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm at number one. My man Ryan right there, right behind me at number two. And John Tay still trying to creep back in the first, but that ain't happening. And Tay is at number three. Alrighty. So now there's only one thing left. Now this right here is my favorite part of the week, my favorite part of the show. You already know what time it is, baby. Give that 2 cent. I'm gonna start with you, Ryan, since you was wrong today, wrongfully disconnected from the show early. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your 2 cents first.
Yeah, man, I was wrongfully done, but should go get his for sure. I got this especially for Suge. Because he does a lot of posting of the marijuana on the chat on this video as we see recently. There was a group of guys that was in Texas that actually just got busted for posting all their weed on social media. I guess somebody came in and said they got too much weed. They smoking too much weed. They got busted. So I just want to tell Suge, watch your back because I'm about to do you like belly, nigga. Blow your spot up with your kids, and your kids like off the blow, nigga. You know why?
Dang, bro. He said, yeah, man, I'm dropping a dime on that. I don't like that shit.
Don't get you.
That was funny. All right, Suge, what's your final 2 cents, bro?
Well, in relation to that, I would like to appreciate Ryan for his anecdotes. My final 2 cents is I was just outside of my home this morning, and the police were out there with a police dog. I happen to have weed with me, rolling it up in my car. So automatically I assumed it was coming from me. But I thought to myself, it clicked to me. It's like, whoa, it's legal. Why would they be doing it? And so I decided to peek my head out the window. And the officer asked me a question. He said, "Oh, have you seen a white man running around here like a smoker type? He lost a shoe." And I said, "No, sir, but I'll be on the lookout for him." And you know what? I felt good at that moment because as a black man, I was smoking weed in my car and I felt safe around the police. That's my 2 cents.
Well then. Alrighty. All right, Mike. I know I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also a little bit nervous, man. What you got for us for this week, Mike?
Man, that's a tough act to follow. But I had a couple of them. But I decided to go with this one was a little bit more recent. We not young anymore. I mean, I don't know. My listeners might be. Wow. My listeners might be, but we not young, about to be 32. So we can't do the things we used to do. And so stop eating food at Sheets because it's gas station food and we not getting drunk every day. And so it's not that good. I mean, it might look good, it might taste good, but it ain't good for your body. So stop eating at Sheets. Gas stations, period.
Hey, I listened to my man Meech a long time ago, man. He told me that shit in college and I listened to him. He was right, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad that you finally came to your senses, my brother, because somebody like a wise man told me, man, gas station food is gas station food, bro. Don't do it. Jeezy, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that's some wise words, man. Wise words. In lieu of recent events, a certain celebrity couple, calling it quits and splitting up. I feel convicted. The conviction that I should address this. In the case of Cardi B and Offset, Offset went out like a sap and did a public apology on a video. My 2 cents is to any self-respecting man, don't ever do that. Whatever your personal situation is, you need to you need to talk to that person, by themselves, make it heartfelt. When you do it publicly like that, first of all, you look like a straight sucker. We all know that you ain't sincere. We know the next threesome that pops up, you'll be involved. It's just all talk, and you look bad and you look soft for doing it. The fact that you had to say you don't know if you're gonna spend time for Christmas with your kid because of that, that's outrageous. That shouldn't stop you from your kid because you cheated on a woman. So yeah, man, that whole situation was bad. Any real nigga, any real man that I knew, we definitely ain't out here apologizing on TV or no shit like that. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? To saying, I apologize then, I ain't apologizing now. Shout out to him, man. Even though he backtracked because he ain't from Cleveland, so I don't expect him to have a real backbone, but at least he tried to stand up in that moment. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Kareem Hunt, man. You know what I'm saying? I know right now it's looking bad for you, bro. But the city, man, we support you, man. Hey, any woman call you the N-word, punch him in the mouth next time, bro. I'm right with you, bro. Real rap. And that's my last two. That's my last 2 cents. We probably won't get picked up because of that, but that's a real issue, man. That need to be talked about, man. Hey, man, it's consequences to everything you do, man. You call a black man the N-word, be prepared to be punched in the mouth, man. Woman or not, bro. Woman or not. So that's my final 2 cents. Anybody else got anything else?
That was it, man. I salute you for what you just said.
Yep, and that's it, baby. So on that note, we out, baby.